Hello and Happy New Year. This is Steve Thoele, Principal Broker with Premier Property Group, and it's time again for another update on the McMinnville real estate market. This update is going to cover the last 8 weeks of market activity ending this past Sunday, December 31st. So uh, I'm going to share my screen with you now, and let's go through the info here together, see what's been happening. So first off, we'll look at active listing activity. Show last week we had 5 new properties come on the market, one more than the week prior, and you can kind of see it's been pretty relatively slow the last couple months, which is not a big surprise. You start getting into late time of the year. And in terms of total inventory, you can kind of see we started with 63 listings and just got up to 67 and ended at 61. So pretty tight range in terms of inventory on the market over the last 8 weeks. The median price and the days on the market for these active listings, you can kind of see we had a low starting out at 525. That got up to a high of 577 here about 3 weeks back, and it has retreated over the past few weeks. Most recent week was a little over 550,000 at 556. And then the days on market, you can kind of see those have been kind of climbing over the past couple months. Started off at 45 days of average market time, and by the time of the end, we got up to 61. So just about 2 months worth of average time on the market for these 61 listings right now that are on the market in McMinnville. Okay, moving along to pendings. So pending sales. Last week I showed we had 5 properties go pending in McMinnville, down a couple from the prior week. And you can kind of see we've had a dip in the total number of pendings. We started off at 53, got down to a low of 31, and then it's kind of come back up over the last month here. The most recent reading was 41 homes right now are sale pending in McMinnville. And the price and the days on market for the pendings, price has been coming down a bit. It's been pretty tight range, as you can kind of see. Had a high of 454. And then it's been sitting right at 445 here for, well over a month now. So again, hasn't moved a whole lot in terms of the price. Days on the market for those pendings, that has risen as well. As you can kind of see, we had a low of 13 days, got up to a high of 43, and most recent reading is 41 days of average market time for these 41 homes that have gotten into contract. And then next we'll look at the sold listing activity. So as of the time I put this info together, showed we had 5 properties go from pending to sold last week of the year. And it's been pretty steady over the past 3 weeks now. And you can kind of see that when I look back over the prior 4 weeks of activity on a week by week basis, you can kind of see we built up to a high of 33 closings over the prior 4 weeks as of this period, and it has kind of fallen back quite a bit, more than half from there. This last week we finished with 15 properties have sold over the prior 4 weeks. And the median sold price and days on market for those solds, you can kind of see it's bounced around a bit, but we had a low of just right around 450. It got up to a high of 513 here just a couple weeks ago. This last week it finished at 480 in terms of the median price of the most recent 15 sales in McMinnville. And then the days on market, that has over the course of the 8 weeks here has gone up. Started off at 36, got down to a low of 24, and then it shot up quite a bit higher over the past couple weeks here, ending at 60 days of average market time for these most recent 15 sales. And then last thing we'll look at for the stats here is the weeks of inventory and the sale price as a percent of the original list price. And so the red bars, that weeks of inventory number, good measurement of relative supply and demand in the market. And you can kind of see we kind of bottomed out here over the past 8 weeks at right around 8 weeks of inventory here 5-6 weeks ago. And it has steadily risen over this past month, reaching a high of just over 16 weeks of inventory is the most recent number. So, pretty level of supply like we talked about, but a declining sales environment, which is kind of driving this number up to, that's right around 4 months of inventory right now based upon, supply and demand levels in McMinnville. And then the sale price as a percent of the original list price, kind of gauge of pricing power in the market. And you can see that's been on the decline over the past month. We were sitting, close to about 97.5% to begin with, and that slipped down to a little above 94% as a low, and then recovered this last week to, up a little higher to right around 95%. So about a 5% discount is the most recent reading of, how close sellers are getting close to their asking price. So, not surprised about any of this data right now. I mean, you get into this time of year, market typically kind of slows down. So, 4 weeks of inventory is not a real shocker. And prices tend to kind of moderate as well over the winter months. So all in all, not too bad. And for those of you who've been watching my channel for a while, this will be kind of a new thing, but I wanted to start kind of giving a, kind of a look back on what's been happening with interest rates. So I use a website called Mortgage News Daily, kind of tracks mortgage rates on a day-by-day basis. And what you're looking at is a chart for the 30-year fixed rate mortgage, which is kind of the bread and butter mortgage out there for, a lot of people. And it just kind of shows you what's happened over. This is a 1 year period here. So you can kind of see we came into this year with rates right around 6.5%. They got down to as low as 6, and then we kind of saw this steady climb throughout the rest of the year, up until about mid-October, where we peaked out at about 8%, which was, certainly got painful for a lot of people. And then we saw this pretty rapid decline here, as you can kind of see, starting again about mid-October, and especially even got more dramatic when we kind of got into early part of December, and you can kind of see we really dropped down. And then it's been holding steady over the past a few weeks at about, 6 and 5/8 or so, 6.6, 6.7% rate. And, this dramatic improvement is, is very encouraging for, home buyers and from an affordability standpoint. So we'll see what kind of transpires here, over the next few months. But, the Fed is kind of, their last Fed meeting in December said that they're basically kind of done with their rate tightening cycle. And they see inflation, starting to moderate, come down, which is always good news for rates. And so we'll, definitely keep our eye on this, but, very encouraging sign to see rates kind of move back down. And hopefully that trend will continue as we move forward. So that is the update for now. Hope it was helpful. And as always, if I can answer questions or be of any help, please don't hesitate to reach out. Would love to talk with you and see if I could be of help in your situation. So my contact information is always down below these videos in the description. So give me a call, send me an email or a text, and I'd be happy to converse with you. So always appreciate any likes, comments, shares of these videos. And it's always great feedback for me, and to see that I'm putting out something that's hopefully of value to people. So let me know. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, click the subscribe button before you leave and stay up to date on what's happening in your local market. So hope you have a great day and week ahead, and we'll see you on the next update.